Okay, so this will be a daily update for January 22nd. We're going to start out with Bitcoin. As we talked about in the session last night, I was telling everybody, don't be surprised if you see a move down to 8,300, possibly even to the 8,000 area, based on what we're seeing on Fibonacci's. We're breaking below the 10 EMA. This could be a wick again, but support is in this area, and you also got the retest of this downtrend line, which has done a couple of times in the past. Bollinger Bands would expect to see those come in closer and consolidate in this area. Anything below that, and your next support is around 7,800. Any break above the 200 or the 233-day moving average brings in next resistance around 96 to 9,700. So that is Bitcoin. Let's move over to Ethereum, and pretty much the same kind of story. Having troubles with the 200-day moving average right up here. Also having troubles with the 61.8 retracement. Expecting a possible move down to here. Old resistance, new support. So somewhere possibly in the 154 to, let's call it 158 area. So let's just keep an eye on that area, and especially if that 10 EMA breaks right here, could bring it back down to the 20 EMA right here, which is a healthy retracement. So we'll move on from that. We'll go over to Litecoin. And again, the same story. Nothing's really changed. This one is still holding the 10 EMA. We'll see if it can still continue to do that. If it can't, you've got some light support around 55, bigger support down around 53. But still on the upside, it has to get past this red resistance area. I'll zoom out and show all those people right now. This was big time resistance, support to start out with, but then big time resistance. And here it is again right over here, just acting as huge resistance. So ultimately, that is what bulls need to get past right there to make that go. Let's move on from that. Let's go look at XRP. And again, like I said in previous updates, this is what you're focusing on, is this trend line. It started back here, here. If it can hold this area and it's trying to break below the 10 EMA, then it brings lower prices. So your next area of support going to be around that 22.5 area to possibly even like 22 cents on the dot. Below that, then you're looking at 21.5 and then 20.5 cents. So that's XRP. Let's go look at DGB real quick. Again, similar to Litecoin in a way, is that, you know, this area was support. It's now resistance. It did wick above a little bit right here, but in the end, that's what it has to get past to get really bullish. Still some big time resistance up here around 92 and 87 sats. So this one could take a little while to play out, but with altcoins, you never know. Let's go over to XTZ. XTZ made a nice move. This big green stick right here. Did a little pullback right here, came right back. Could not make a higher high, so that's a little bit of a concern. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but energy expended a little bit down here on the stochastic RSI. So if it can hold in this support area, that would be 150 to, let's call it where it is now, 153 or close to. That's the area that XTZ really needs to hold. Other than that, if it breaks below, then you're looking at 140-ish, 143, possibly even down to 137 to 135. That's XTZ. ZRX, again, fib cluster resistance up here at, you know, almost 26 cents. Pulling back, but still holding in between the 200 and the 233-day moving averages, and still holding above the 10 EMA right there, as well as the 20 and the 50. So bulls would like to see this little area right here hold. It could pull back to the, let's call it the high 22 cent range and still be bullish, right? So area to watch, just in case it wants to pull back. It did have a nice reversal candle right here, but still the bigger area to get past is right here at 26 cents. Let's go over to BAT. Going through these quickly. BAT still bullish, similar to ZRX. Still trying to hold the 200 and in between the 233 and the 200, so to speak. This area right down here, around 20 cents, that's going to be big support right there. The 200 is right there. The 20 is pulling through that. So if this thing can hold and gain some momentum, then you could see a break to the upside. So keep an eye on that. You still have a double bottom that we're playing right here. Could eventually lead to higher highs, but it's just a matter of getting in at the right spot. So let's go to Link. Take a look at Link real quick. Almost looks like a bull flag in a way right here. But you still have a bearish engulfing here that's influencing this down move. Right here you got the 10 EMA that's trying to hold at the 23.6 retracement. If that breaks, then you're most likely going down here to this next area, which was resistance, resistance, resistance at the 38.2, which is at $2.39, let's call it. So let's keep an eye on that. Other than that, let's see. Let's look at one more. Let's look at EOS. Again, similar to ZRX and BAT, in between the 200 and the 233-day moving averages. Let's see if the smaller ones can keep this thing afloat and eventually turn this to the upside. It's going to take a while, but we'll see how it plays out. Last chart of the day is Bitcoin dominance. And we can kind of see, like, when Bitcoin made its run, it came all the way up to 73, and it's just been kind of consolidating to slightly down a little bit. It's still holding this 127.2 retracement from that pullback. So if it breaks that, then that more than likely means Bitcoin's going to drop a little bit more. That would bring the price down to 65. It's breaking through the 200 and the 233-day moving average. So unless this can turn around pretty quick and get back above, then this is most likely going lower, which would ultimately mean good news for alts. So we'll leave it at that. And anyway, that's what I got for tonight. So you guys have a great evening and good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.